Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Repeat Ron. Today we are going to be taking a look at Gunner's second set of weapons, so their second secondary and their second primary weapon. And we're going to be doing a build guide for both of these, at least builds that I would recommend, and then I'm going to be taking them on a Hazard 5 mission solo and see how we do with them. So our second primary weapon that we get with Gunner is the Thunderhead Heavy Autocannon. This weapon pretty much everybody loves, I would say. Myself included, it is really strong. It feels kind of like the minigun, sort of. At least it's got the same rough feel, I would say. Moves about as fast as the minigun. This one you do have to reload. This one does take a very long time to reload, which is why taking something like Born Ready is really useful with this. It's also pretty useful with the Hurricane, but we'll talk about that when we get to that weapon. This weapon is great for dealing AoE damage. It's okay at dealing with big target damage. Not as strong against a single target as like the minigun is, at least without overclocks. At least in my opinion, it's still not bad by any means. So in tier 1, I'm going to be taking expanded ammo bags. The extra ammo for this gun is really nice. You don't have to worry about ammo at all if you take this one. You don't really have to worry about ammo even if you don't take this. But going from 440 rounds to 660 rounds is a big step up. Both the other two are good choices too. The high capacity magazine is a little bit unnecessary in my opinion, because I usually don't run through over the 110 rounds, at least super fast to where I would need this. It could happen in large hordes, but it doesn't happen too often. Usually I just take this one if I'm going with certain overclocks. The extra damage is nice, but I just like the ammo more. In tier 2, I'm going to go with the lighter barrel assembly. This increases the rate of fire growth, so our gun kind of ramps up faster because this gun starts out shooting slow, and then will shoot faster the longer you hold it down. This makes it so we don't have to wait as long to get to that top rate of fire. These other choices are really good too. Lowering the spread is nice because this gun does have a lot of spread. And improving the top rate of fire is also nice because then you're doing even more damage per second. In tier 3, honestly, any of these are pretty strong. Extra damage is nice, extra AoE damage is nice, and having a higher rate of fire is also nice. In this tier 3, I think I'm going to go with loaded shells to do even more AoE damage, although, again, any of these are great. In tier 4, I'm going to go with the shrapnel rounds to do more AoE damage. This is just going to synergize well with the extra AoE radius that we have, so we can kill more things. This is going to be more specialized towards killing hordes rather than killing single targets. If you wanted more single target damage, you'd probably want to go with like the high velocity rounds and the armor breaking. Armor breaking is really great if you plan on using this for a lot of Praetorian fights. And then all of these in tier 5 are also pretty good. You get 10% more damage with the feedback loop, which is a nice damage buff. Suppressive fire makes it so all of your bullets have a chance to fear enemies, which is the one I'm going to take, and I really like this. Makes it so enemies aren't getting too close to you. And then we also have the damage resist at full rate of fire. This is also pretty good because we get 33% damage resist when using this. You can stack this on top of Veteran Depositor if you'd like, and have even more damage resist on top of it. Our secondary is the burst fire pistol, which is this little guy right here. And I really like the little burst fire pistol. Some people don't like it, which I think is fair. I'm not a huge fan of burst fire weapons in most games. In this game, I think it's fine. It shoots fast enough for my liking to where it's not really sluggish, and it doesn't feel uncontrollable once you fire out the burst either, so that's good. You can build this a couple different ways. The way that I'm going to build it is more for damage, I guess, so that I can do a little bit more single target damage. With certain overclocks, you can actually have this thing do a lot of single target damage, especially if you have like lead spray. But for this, I'm going to go with high velocity rounds so that we have more damage on the gun. Then I'm going to go with quick fire ejectors just so that we have a faster reload speed. I'm going to go with increased caliber rounds in tier 3 to have even more damage. In tier 4, I'm going to go with extra ammo. Really, any of these are great though. Hardened rounds helps with the armor breaking. Hollow point rounds is great for dealing more precision damage. Both are good choices. And then I'm going to go with the burst stun. This makes it so if I do hit with all 3 bullets from this, I will stun enemies for 4 seconds, which is pretty handy. If you wanted to do even more single target damage, you could go with disabled safety and go with longer bursts, and then even go with like hollow point bullets for this, and you would have the most amount of damage per second that you could do to any sort of large target. That works really well. I like that more with certain overclock builds than just the base burst pistol, or you could go with more of a accuracy one where you go with like floating barrel so that you don't have as much spread, go with a high capacity magazine or something like that, and then go with something like hollow point bullets to hit enemies. All of those are pretty good options, I would say. For a grenade, we're going to be taking the second grenade this time, I will remember. and we are going to be taking the Incinerary Grenade. This is pretty much a Molotov. You throw it out, it burns everything around it, and it deals damage over time. It's pretty useful. It's very useful if you combine it with anything that requires heat to do more damage, which is mostly overclocks, but it could also be the Corrosive Sludge Pump, because its sludge is flammable, so the grenade works really well for holding areas. Pickaxe, I'm going to be running my normal stuff on. For perks, I'm going to be running Resupplier. It's just really nice to have Resupplier. You get a lot of value out of it. Born Ready, so that we don't have to worry about reloading our autocannon as much. The autocannon actually takes 5 seconds to fully reload if you don't do reload canceling. And Born Ready triggers in 5 seconds, so that's kind of convenient to just put it away and then just use the burst pistol while we are waiting for it to come back up. Thorns, just to get rid of little stuff that's going to be nipping at me. I just really like throwing thorns on anything, but you can throw whatever you want on this. Thorns isn't necessary because the autocannon will destroy any small enemies. I'm running Dash just to get out of bad situations. It synergizes really well with the shield. And then we're going to run Heightened Senses so that we don't get grabbed by leeches. For shield, I'm running full duration like I usually do on my shield. And then for the zipline launcher, I'm also running full length for the zipline launcher. Armor, I have set up pretty much the normal way. Health and bigger bags and breathing room and all that fun stuff. Yeah, let's do a point extract. That could be fun. Alright. Has 5 point extract. I think we did a point extract for Engineer too. I don't remember though. I made a couple of videos the last few days and I don't remember which one went where. But let's get Slayer stat. We actually have a beer. That's an important point. Make sure to look for whatever beer you got for the day. Slayer Stout is a good one. This will give us extra pickaxe damage, so we can kill things a little bit quicker with regular pickaxe hits, and we'll kill them even faster with the power attack. At least I think it counts for the power attack. I could be wrong about that. Alright, here we are. I hear bugs. I don't see them though, but I hear them. Actually, I don't see much of anything. Alright, let's get out there. Oh, now I see stuff. Alright, autocannon, do your job. Usually I like to reposition when things are getting close to me with the autocannon. Not entirely necessary, especially if you have the full, whoops. If you have the full rate of fire build. I got stuck in that. Alright, we're just gonna... the burst pistol, and then we're gonna sprint out here. Alright. See what I mean? It kind of works pretty well with the shield. Wow. That wasn't a great start, but it wasn't terrible either. Oh, we got Fester Fleas this time. Shield charge. I've been running, what's it called? Lead spray recently. And this feels real weird actually hitting pretty close to where I'm aiming. So that overclock, you don't always hit exactly where you're aiming. Hey, we got a prospector too. I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I'm going to hit this prospector by accident. We might as well just start it up. Alright, well. Look at that. To the robots. And then hopefully our autocannon can kind of hit. We can definitely hit that. That's at least a big enough target. I'll use the burst pistol for all the other things that are going to be showing up. I wonder if you can actually light the robots on fire with the grenade effectively. Probably not. But it might be worth a shot, because if you do light any of the robots on fire, they will just die. They'll overheat and die.
Don't let the prospector get away. There is a data cell
Yeah, where's the prospector? Also, why did it hit like the giant cheese ball here? Or sponge, or whatever this thing is supposed to be. The robots are also very weak to melee attacks. So that goes with the drillers' pickaxes too. Or throwing axe, sorry. It works with everybody's pickaxe. Oh, I found another rockets right over here. Alright, hang on. I don't think they're gonna hang on.
Bosco, come here.
Yeah, drop that one, Bosco. I'll have you do that other one in a second. Let's get rid of that. And that. Stay back, bud. Try putting this down for a second. Sorry, I'm not really going over any tips too for. I know I'm not really going over any tips for Gunner either, but I think Gunner's probably the most straightforward class out of all the classes. Where you kind of just, you know, if there's enemies, kill them. If there's not enemies, find enemies and kill them. Aim for the head to do extra damage. Stuff like that that I'm pretty sure everybody can put together. You know, try to reposition if you can. This is why I have dash and why I have the shields. That's mostly what I use them for. Fight when you can, and then just reposition. Keep doing this until you have probably killed off everything. You can see this is pretty good against boards, even without any overclocks. And it does okay against big targets like this. If you're running board ready though, you can just run the autocannon out, switch to your secondary, whatever you chose, whether that be the burst pistol or with the revolver. Or whenever the new other secondary comes out, whatever that weapon is. I don't know, because I'm filming this probably several months before they release those. So if you're watching it then, thanks! And I hope you're enjoying the new secondaries. Ah, okay, yes, there is one here. Nice. There's also a spitballer here, which, you know, not as nice. Alright. You can kind of use a shield offensively, too, like that if you want. That's about the only way you can really use it offensively, though. Also, enemies will try to stay outside the shield, so if you see like a down teammate, throw a shield on top of him, you can pick him up. For anybody not aware of that trick. It also helps even with like dreadnoughts, because they won't enter the shield either, usually. About the only thing that will is the robots. The robots have no fear of the shield. Let's go. Let's fight through this. I only need one more. Oh, I see it. It's up there. Yeah, Bosco. Alright, I need that over there.
Incoming! Smoke him if you got him.
Another storm? Alright, that's fine. I've got all the crystals I need. Plus, I think I can call in another resupply with the nitro that I got. Yeah, I can.
I think we're actually doing alright so far.
Yeah, I fell in a hole. There we go. Use dash to get over here. Use the autocannon against all this. The fear is also helping us here because it's making it so that they will potentially run away when we just shoot near them. Hey, let's go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Get out of here. Alright. There. Got hit by the slowdown at the end of my sprint. Uh-oh. I think that there'd be more enemies right here. Yeah, bird! Don't kill me. I'm almost dead. Alright, away I go. Try to get some health. There we go. I'm alright now. I wasn't sure if that grenade would actually kill me or just get real close to killing me. And luckily it just got real close to killing me. Alright, let's get the last crystal in there and get out of here. I hear even more stuff coming in.
Objective completed. Launch controls are active and awaiting
Damn,
your input.
leave me alone.
Bring it home, team.
Slashers, web spitters. Shields are also great for pushing objectives like this.
Minehead launched. Escape pod will arrive when Minehead has been secured.
Always use your shields as gunner. It's very handy for not only you, but also the team. It also works on the shield disruption maps too. Don't underestimate it there. Because even though it won't give you your shield back, it will still make it so enemies don't want to come near it. Unless, again, it's like one of the robots. Ow.
Loaded.
Alright, get rid of those little things. They're still... Yeah, these things are still... Alright. Turrets, shoot them. There we go. Just got this stuff to deal with. Ow. Coward, get out of my resupply. Again, shield trick to get resupply. Alright, help us back up and kill some more.
Overclocks on the way. Hang in there.
Alright. Trap pod. Is it up or down?
I got the frontal fly.
Oh, it's up there? Okay.
Drop pod arrived, waiting for takeoff.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's level with us.
Departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Alright, let's get out of there. Well, it's kind of level.
Light up.
I don't actually know where it is.
So long, suckers.
Let's hope it's up here. Or hope I'm going the right way. I'm not. I'm just going to a hole in the wall. Alright, never mind. One zip line to the next. You can also jump down and grab zip lines. It can be a little bit dicey, but it usually works out. And if you do it, then you don't take any fall damage, regardless of how far you fall.
Shoot to kill.
It's actually really handy to do a scout, especially if you're not running hover boots or if you're not running like special powder or hover clock.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
Or low gravity, I guess. Although you wouldn't really be running that, it would just be the map. Oh, okay, this landed real weird. Let's go!
One for the books. Retrieving escape pod.
Alright. Kind of an odd map that we got, but it went pretty well. Not too surprising, the autocannon is really strong. The burst pistol is also pretty good. Not too much to say about this particular loadout. It's pretty straightforward, like most of Gunner's stuff. Great at clearing hordes, pretty good at single target damage, and with the burst pistol we can pick off things at range. Autocannon's usually not that great at longer ranges. At least if you're trying to hit things like MacTerra or anything big, because at long range with like small stuff like swarmers, you can still do it, just because you're more likely to hit in the general area and you'll likely just kill it with a single shot. Alright, so that'll do it for the autocannon and the burst pistol. Great weapons, no downside here. I actually didn't die that much. Nearly died that one time when I lit myself on fire, but that was all part of the plan, and it sort of worked out. Next up, we'll be doing Scout with the M1000 and with the Zhukovs, which should be really fun to play around with too. I like those weapons a lot as well. We will be then going back around once again, talking about the other primaries, so the Sledge Pump, Hurricane, Drac, all that stuff. And we will still be doing videos about all the overclocks and all that fun stuff, as well as some other details about Deep Rock. So look forward to that in the future. Special thanks to the supporters of this channel. These are my members over here on YouTube and my patrons over on Patreon. They get early access to videos like this, and if you would like to be a part of that, there are links down in the description. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!